Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Sue, your East Oakland advocate. Today I want to talk about domestic violence. This is the month of October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I got an email from my favorite agency. They helped me during a time when I was a victim of domestic violence. And a lot of you may say, how can that be? How can a man be a victim of domestic violence? You'd be surprised. There are some pretty unstable people out there. And at the time, I was dating this person. This was long after my divorce was settled and done and over with. I started dating this woman. And she turned out to be a real nut job. And when we were breaking up and going our separate ways the night before, she decided to break into my gun collection and steal a weapon. And then I heard a gunshot. I was living in a different part of the house. I heard a gunshot out front, and then I went running out there, and then I said, what's going on out here? And I heard a gunshot, and then next thing you know, I'm looking down the barrel of one of my own guns with this crazy woman, and she cracks one off near me. And so I ran and called the police. Police came out, and she was arrested, and that's how I became a victim of domestic violence. So that's it in a nutshell. The timelines are heavily condensed, and some things that have been left out, or information that was not important relative to this case. And so with that, I was able to talk to an agency, and the agency that I support strongly is Building Futures with Women and Children. They're out of San Leandro, and they helped me into some temporary housing, or actually they paid for it. They didn't help me into it. I had to locate it myself, but they provided the funds. And so I'm very grateful for them and the assistance that they were able to give me, and the ability to get out of that very dangerous situation. Even the court judge presiding over the case said that I did everything right and she did everything wrong. And so the judge just saw this as it was, but didn't really punish her. But he did look very, very closely at our texts between the two of us to see what was going on and if anything was omitted or changed or deleted. And I kept everything on my phone at the time in terms of the text. And so the judge could see that I was the innocent party here and the victim. And he declared me the victim, and told me not to go back into that space with her there unless I'm picking up property. So anyway, long story short, even a man can be domestic violence victim. And like I tell a lot of folks, even in martial arts, we're told that a woman or a child is no less dangerous than a man, especially if they have a weapon in their hand, a knife, a gun, bazooka, explosives, or anything like that. They're no less dangerous. And so you have to treat them the same, that they are dangerous. And then those of you that don't fight back, because as a homeless encampment manager, I had couples, definitely had several couples that had domestic violence issues, and one of them I had to personally take charge of, and he ended up getting pretty beat up by me. I split both sides of his head open to get his attention, and he avoided the police. He avoided medical, and then he showed up. But then our encounter changed the way that he viewed me. He was no longer unafraid, let's say, and as I call it, I put the fear of God in him, and that was probably the very first time that happened to him. And he was so scared of me. He brought his sister in to do the negotiations for him being able to stay in the encampment, because he was already voted out, and I had police looking for him to arrest him for domestic violence, and also for trying to strike me, assault on me. And so we did negotiate, and I set down some pretty hard rules, and let him know that if I have to intervene the next time, that when he wakes up the next time, it won't be just on the street bleeding a little bit. It's going to be in the ICU or in the ER, ICU, CCU, critical care unit. And so he took that to heart and listened. Within 2 weeks, he had moved out of the camp along with his abused spouse. So it was interesting. So I do have experience on both sides of the domestic violence issue. And for those of you, the ladies, look up agencies such as Building Futures with Women and Children there in San Leandro. Get help. Get out of the situation. You are not at fault, and you are not to blame, because there are some very, very violent people. I know firsthand, because my former wife, she had married a very violent person. And I say that in the sense that after her divorce from him, to get away from him, he had choked her unconscious. And the next two people that she dated, he put them in the hospital. And so that's how violent he was. And he came after me and found out that I'm not an easy target, because I had the old dude not only blocked everything that he threw at me, but I also had him on the ground and with my gun on his forehead. So it was a very different meeting for him. And after that, I'm sure the only reason why that my ex-wife married me was to keep her very violent ex-husband at bay, because they were jointly raising a son, and he ended up being as much a loser as his dad was. So anyway, that's something to think about for those of you in very hard situations where you're getting abused verbally, you're getting gaslit by your significant other, or anything that is abusive. Please consider getting out of that relationship. Look for help. And one of the best places is calling 911. Also, you can call 211 for homeless services, and talk about to a counselor on the phone, and they should be able to plug you in on what to do, how to get help. Also, possible attorneys that can help you with the escape and the filings that you may need, along with the safety, that they can't come near you. Those are all paperwork that you'll need legal help with, and there is help available. I, long time ago, was trying to assist a young lady who was trying to get out of a very abusive relationship, and all I gave her was information and people to contact, agencies to contact. And later that night, the jealous boyfriend came after me with a knife, and I ended up shooting him, and he didn't make it. So he wanted to kill me because he said that I was messing with his girl, and that was simply not true. She showed up on my door. I didn't come invite anybody or anything. She just showed up on my door asking for help. Like I told him, I said, I would have given any female the same information if they showed up at my door asking for help. So there was nothing there that I was, trying to take his girl or anything, and for him to come at me in the middle of the night inside my shelter with a knife, and I was fully within my rights, protecting myself, shot him one shot, took him down, and that was because he wasn't very far. We're only talking about 6 feet away, and that's how close it was. So anyway, those of you in domestic violence relationships right now, please seek assistance, or at least have a counselor, mental health counselor helping you, an attorney, building futures with women and children, calling 911 or 211 for help. Thanks for joining me today. This is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, all of October. Thank you for joining me.